Hey, good morning, y'all. Welcome back to another one. Hope y'all having a blessed week so far. Gonna have a great day, an amazing day, and a God-led day. Wanted to talk to y'all real quick about what work are you willing to put in. All right. So I just got back from the gym myself from a morning workout session, and feeling all pumped up and everything, and decided to make the message now versus shaving first and showering first like I normally would and getting dressed for the day. But God just put in my spirit to talk about this real quick about what work are you willing to put in your life, in your personal life, in your professional life. What areas of need do you need to develop in? All right. It's nice to have faith at the end of the day. Faith, 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 faith. All right. Yes, we are faithful people. We are faithful creatures. We are to be disciples of the word. We are to run towards God more than ever. All right. But faith without works is dead. So, what work are you willing to put in? All right. We can pray all day, every single day. God, I want this job. I want this promotion. This is where I want to be. I want to own this type of business. All right. I want to achieve body goals that look like this physique. All right. I want to be this strong. I want to make this amount of money. I want my kids to have X, Y, Z. All right. I want my marriage to look like this. All right. You want all of those things. Those are all of your prayers, all right? Those are all of your goals at the end of the day. But what plan are you putting together? What work are you willing to put in to produce all of those things in your life, all right? Because prayer, faith without works is dead, all right? So, what work are you willing to put in? What are you willing to sacrifice today that's going to make a great outcome for you tomorrow and down the road and in the future, all right? You don't get the next promotion by doing bare minimum work. Now, yes, we know some people do. There are outliers and such things like that. Some people hire their friends. We're not talking about all that, all right? We are talking about the average daily person going through certain situations, all right? You want to own something, all right? How are you going to own that? How are you going to make more money? Are you going to do the research that it requires to put in? All right, so I started my clothing business back in 2020. I didn't know anything about owning a business. All right, my brother had his business. I asked him for his tips, and all he told me was God will map out your steps. All right, so in the flesh, not exactly what you want to hear, but in reality, that's what started to happen. I started to pray about it, started to do research. Things started to unfold. You start meeting people and you ask questions that develop and help the research and help with the resources that you will need to put stuff together, looking, researching manufacturers, what type of material, all that type of stuff. Like, I don't know, you may want to do arts and crafts. You may want to be a counselor. Like, what is needed? What do you need a degree for a certain field that you need to be in? Do you need a certification? All right. What do you need in order to achieve what you want? You want your marriage to look better. Are you willing to put in the work? Because it's not easy. No one has an easy marriage. Even the best marriages that look great still go through so much suffering, go so much trials and tribulations and so many storms. But those individuals put in so much work behind the scenes that we just can't see as people. People put in so much work into their kids behind the scenes that you may not be able to see. How did they make it to the league? How did they achieve XYZ? It was all the work that was done in the household. All right, do not send your kids off to school and expect the school system to raise your kids, because that's what a lot of parents do. Nobody raises their kids at the household anymore. They send their kids off to school, all right, and expect the school to raise their kids. And then when they come home, all they do is sit on a tablet or TV and wonder why they're not doing anything with their life. All right, so pour into your kids. What work are you willing to put in? All right, what work are you willing to put into yourself? I've talked about New Year's goals, resolutions, and all that type of stuff in the past, and how a lot of it doesn't work because a lot of people just have a goal, but they don't have a plan to go along with the goal. What work are you willing to put in to make the changes that you need to make? All right. Stop waiting until tomorrow. Stop waiting until next week. Stop waiting until next month, because that stuff never happens. Do it now. Do it today. You know exactly what you need to do. And if you don't, go ask somebody, go research, and go make a game plan to make it happen. But ask yourself, what work are you willing to put in? All right. So I hope y'all go out there, have an amazing day, have a blessed day, have a God led day. And most importantly, go out there and give somebody Jesus. I love y'all.